Hey, I want to take a few minutes out in this video and talk to you about the gospel. Specifically, I want to answer the question, what is the gospel? Now, you may be watching this thinking to yourself, Kenny, we all know what the gospel is. That is so simple. That's so elementary. However, I'd like to tell you, tragically, my experience tells me that when I ask the question, what is the gospel, I get lots of different answers. And often, the answers may not necessarily be theologically or biblically correct. So before I continue, I want to just ask you that question. In your opinion, from your vantage point, what is the gospel? Maybe you are watching this by yourself. I'd encourage you, just pause this video for a second and just think about that question. What is the gospel? Maybe you're watching this in a group setting. I'd encourage you, again, pause the video and just sort of dialogue amongst yourself just for a moment. What is the gospel? Again, this may sound simple to many people. This may sound elementary or unnecessary to discuss in some ways, but my experience tells me that many people don't fully understand what the gospel is. Tragically, when I ask the question, what is the gospel, I often get all sorts of different answers that are sort of all over the map. And tragically, and unfortunately, so often the answers I get back are what I would say not theologically accurate, or maybe not fully biblically accurate. So I want to make sure we fully understand what is the gospel. We are all on the same page, that we are all really focused to the basic essence of our faith. At the heart of our Christian faith is this thing we call the gospel message. So what is the gospel? Well, literally speaking, the word gospel is a Greek word that literally means good news. I'm sure that many of you already knew that. But it doesn't just mean good news, like data that's valuable to us, or some bit of information that might seemingly be positive. It's more than that. When we talk about the gospel, or when we talk about the literal word gospel, what it literally means from the original Greek language, we're talking about good news that is impactful to us. We're talking about something that happened or some circumstances that took place that impacted the lives of other people. Let me give you a simple example. Recently, there was an event that I was going to be a part of that I invited a friend of mine to come be a part of, but my friend could not be a part of it because of work schedule. Well, then things changed. Circumstances of my friend's work schedule changed. My friend called me and said, hey, good news, I can come to the event. I was super excited. My friend was super excited. We were both able to be a part of the event. It wasn't just information, but it was circumstances that had changed or something that had happened that brought about a positive change that would impact me in a very personal way. So when my friend called me and said, hey, good news, I understood this is about to impact me in a very real or personal way. Ultimately, that's what good news is when we talk about it from a biblical standpoint. This is the news that something happened or some circumstances changed that would impact you in a very real or personal way.